You've got tight calves, it gets worse when you run, it doesn't go away. What is happening? I'm going to show you 2-step self-treatment protocol, and we'll talk about running shoes and running form a little bit. I can feel the controversy already. Salut, c'est Stéphane from Safe Motions. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Today, I'm going to help you fix tight calves for good with 2 of the pillars of self-treatment: the strengthening and therapy. But first, let's try and understand why those calf muscles can get hurt. The calves are composed of 2 muscles. The gastrocnemius, which is the most outer part of your calves. They're made out of 2 heads.
Hello.
And they're responsible for the propelling force that pushes you off the floor when you run. The second part is deeper, closer to the bone. It's called the soleus. They're responsible for decelerating the impact as you land with your foot on the floor. So why do these muscles get hurt? It's the usual suspects. You've done too much too soon and your muscles just weren't ready yet. It could also be your running technique. Yes, nobody's perfect. We all have or develop some running faults that we need to work on at a certain point in our running career. For example, if you're a forefoot runner and you're not allowing your heel to sort of drop delicately towards the floor, sort of kiss slightly like a little peck on the floor, then you're not allowing the soleus to rest, and over time it may tire. I'm not saying at all that you should heel strike. Heel striking is more like but running on your tippy toes, maybe not great. And that leads me to the point of running shoes. Now, the running shoes can affect the suspect number 2, your running form. So you do need to pay attention to what you're wearing. And here's where I'm going to get some heat. If you wear minimalist shoes or 0-drop shoes, perhaps your muscles and your tendons are not ready for it yet.
What?
Consider putting a heel insert inside of a shoe until the calf tightness reduces. Again, I'm not saying 0-drop shoes or minimalist shoes are bad for running. Absolutely not. I'm just saying be careful. Things are a bit more complicated than that. Okay, enough talking. Let's get into our self-treatment routine. Oh, first of all, let me tell you what not to do. Do not stretch until you've been examined by a healthcare professional. If your muscles are fragile at the moment, or if you've torn a little bit of the fibers, if you stretch it, it's like stretching an overused rubber band. You might damage it even more. Here's what you're going to do for strengthening. On a step, isometric hold at an angle that does not hurt, and then vary the angles. About 20 seconds at each angle. Do that several times a day, as long as it doesn't hurt. Eccentric heel drops at the edge of a step as well, at the angles where it does not hurt. Do about 3 times 10 several times a day. Progressively increase the load, and once you're able to go full range of motion without pain, you can step it up to plyometrics. That could be jump roping, explosive hip bridges. I've covered this in another video about glutes. Follow the link up there. Now, in parallel to strength training, you should do some therapy on yourself. I'm going to show you how to do it from 0 equipment to more complicated equipment. So let's say this is your injured calf. You can do some gentle massage on your calf depending on where it hurts. Find the tender spot. Once you have it, just go horizontal to the calf, just like this. Feel free to use your knuckles so your fingers don't get tired. I don't recommend you use the thumb because definitely that thumb will get tired. Now let's tip it up a notch. This is something that I hope you have in your home. If you don't have anything else, this works great. You're just going to place it in the tender area. Press down, and same thing, move it horizontally where it feels good. A few minutes every day, this is actually really powerful. Now the next step up is a ball, any kind of ball. For me, the harder the better on the calf, but if you only have a tennis ball, then use that, that's fine as well. You're going to place it in the tender area, straighten your leg over it, cross your legs for a bit of extra weight. If you want to put a little bit more pressure, just lift your hips up and let the ball sink in. Stepping it up, foam roller. Instead of rolling up and down, which is the wrong direction for a cross friction massage, which is what we're trying to do, you want to go in and out in this direction, or you can move your ankle downwards so the foot goes down, point your toes down, just to make the calf pop on top of the foam roller. Last but not least, you can use one of those massage guns. For me, I like to use this bit. They call it the thumb bit because it looks like a thumb. Find the tender spot, massage the area. Start with low speed and then increase as you go. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Woo! Check out my foam rolling video, and I'll see you on the next one. À bientôt!